Hi, I'm back at the Korean Sword Company. I was doing a little tour of South Korea and I dropped by. I'm not a practitioner or an expert by any means again on swords, but I do collect swords and I was quite impressed with this one sword. It's called the Mountain, and it's a replica, a reproduction of a sword. I think it retails for $1,000 US, and I was quite impressed with it. The handle wrap is made of cotton, and you can see the little details here. And menuki, and it's quite tight. I can't really move it. And you can see that's where the pommel would go in a European sword. But since this is katana, you can see the fittings are very detailed. And I was looking at the guard. Japanese style, it would be called a Tsuba, and there's a lot of detail to the Tsuba, which I'm impressed with. And I see there's a steel part here, and the transition's very nice. It goes on to the horn here where the string goes, and the saya, I think the lacquer finish is excellent. I don't see any grooves or any scratches. Or sometimes I buy some swords and they have like a hairline where hair or piece of dust was in it, but doesn't seem to be anything like that here. It transitions very well to the tip. And I would like to take a look at the blade, the part that everyone is interested in. I think this is called the habaki in Japanese. It's very finely detailed. And the hamon, you can see it's been clay tempered. Nice hamon here. You can see the blood grooves. It's very deep. And another thing I noticed, there's no saya rattle. So it goes in tight. There's no rattling. I can hold it upside down. And I'm pretty impressed. I would like to buy this sword, but I already bought one, so I don't know. There's the hamon there. It's beautiful. I'm going to take a look at the kasaki here, right at the point here, and I'm very impressed by it. Flip it over to the other side, and I can see the hamon there, and it's beautiful. And if I hold it up here to light, you can see I don't see a lot of hammer markings or anything like that. Yeah. And I'm not, as I've said, not a practitioner of swords. I do practice a little bit as a hobby. But I would like to take it apart. I'm gonna ask the owner if it's okay if I take out the bamboo here and take a look at the inside, because the tang, for me, that's the part that I'm most interested in, because if they paid attention to the tang, then most likely they've paid attention to the other parts of the blade. So I'm gonna see if I can take it apart. Actually, I'm running a little late. I asked the owner if we could take the handle apart, and he said fine, but I gotta catch my bus to the next city here, and so I'm in Daejeon here, so I'm trying to go to Seoul, so we don't have time for that, because I would like to see how well it cuts. So I'm going to ask the owner if he can demonstrate for me a little bit of the cutting that this katana is able to do. So I think he will agree to it. All right, beautiful sword, beautiful. $1,000 US. I'm tempted to buy it right now, but I already bought another sword, so we'll see if how well it cuts, and maybe perhaps I can change my mind about buying instead of one sword, two swords. Mr. Moon, if he could demonstrate the sword for me, and he wasn't really ready, so the bamboo that he had prepared, he didn't have time to season it, and tatami mat, I believe yeah, you're supposed to put it in water for like 24 hours, but I don't think he put it in water. He just sprayed some water on it. So it's really tough bamboo, really tough tatami, but he was gracious enough to show me. So, Mr. Moon, could you show me a little bit with this mountain katana, how well it cuts?
Peaks.
All right, we didn't have time to put it properly. Oh, and the tatami. Oh my. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. And once again, this is the mountain, and I think it retails, I said, for $1,100 US. So I'm pretty happy with it. I think I'm gonna make the purchase. Wow. So it's cut quite well. Okay, thank you, Mr. Moon.